doing today, guys? My name's Kevin. I'm a sales engineer with Cynet Cybersecurity. Today I have the pleasure of walking you through our endpoint security, which is in our Elite and Protect packages. So our whole endpoint security, really all, as you could imagine, driven by an agent. That agent does support Windows, Linux, and Mac operating systems. It has low resource utilization, probably like 5% of your CPU, 250 megabytes of RAM, something like that, and will never require a restart. We've been making waves in the industry, especially in the MITRE attack evaluations. For the last 3 years in a row, we've hit 100% detection and prevention with 0 configuration changes and 0 false positives. If you're not familiar with MITRE, they do evaluations. They also created the MITRE attack framework, but they're all nonprofit driven by US government grants historically, really to better the cybersecurity industry. So it's not a pay to play. I invite you to go check out these results on your own. I'm not doing any magic up here, not trying to pull your leg. These are real world results that show our efficacy levels simply by installing the agent. You don't got to have a degree, you don't need a certificate, you don't have to be in the industry for a long time to understand how to tune it, install, walk away. But the endpoint really is going to be using new age style of AI detection, with CyAI really leading the charge. That's our proprietary artificial intelligence. Of course, it's the buzzword of the day, but that AI is able to really define rules within the environment. Instead of saying, go look for this, it says, you're not allowed to do this, right? So a lot of attackers are going to change their tactics tomorrow. We can stay flexible. Using the new age style of attacks, we're also able to detect things incrementally as they're happening at the kernel level. But we're using kernel hooks, not kernel drivers. A little bit different. We're using not only that new age style of detection, but also signature-based detection, which is the historical way of doing things, combined together, giving us that really good efficacy and that consistent result. The endpoint and the agent, though, is also going to be driving a couple of other detections and visibilities for you. Looking at the next section here, user network and deception, this is where we're actually calling out a number of different behaviors in the environment. So by default, we're going to be looking for the things you see on your screen, logging in on the weekend, at night for the first time, too many machines too quickly. All these would stir up alerts and create visibility into that suspicious activity. We're also going to be looking at the network, so network detection and response, NDR, is actually baked into the agent as well. So this will allow us to, say, identify port scanning. And where it's nice is that it's driven by the agent, so it's traveling with the device as well. So that port scanning, that network detection and response is going to be happening on foreign Wi-Fis like airports and hotels and things like that. Another cool thing we do, deception, this is actually one of my personal favorites because you don't really see this in the industry too much, is creating decoy files, canary files, honeypots. It goes by many names, but this is ways for us to trick attackers with fake stuff, right? We got fake users, we got fake files. This would allow us to lure them in and capture early indications of activity, or even people just snooping around in areas they shouldn't be. So again, these are created by default, but you can create your own. Now, really, the agent is driving not only detection and security, but also going to be showing off a lot of what's going on with visibility. This forensic section is actually a catalog, an inventory, a data lake of all the files, hosts, users, and everything that they're doing, right? So that you can start to look through that information, create custom searches, find out if files or programs exist, and even create your own custom searches. And those custom searches can create custom alerts. Alerts can create custom playbooks and automation, and it goes on. So it really gives you that flexibility to create and make it your own, but also visibility to be able to see what's going on. And many times there are off the beaten path kind of random things that are happening in IT, so having the ability to have a sort of a one tool does a lot, one tool does it all, is really useful. So I can see traffic, I can see certificates, operating system updates, installed software, storage device control is done by the agent, so maybe I don't want any flash drives or mobile phones plugged in because it's a server. Really useful stuff. But as you can see, I can click on things, I can jump around, I can do whatever I'd like to follow my instincts, or to pull a thread and follow some breadcrumbs and essentially see what I need to see. all interactive, allowing me to kind of be flexible in that environment, but just an insane amount of information. Now everything we have flows into the alerts page here, so anytime we do something, it's going to create an alert. We can see high severity, critical severity alerts here, lots of things going on. We get the little image in the middle that shows us a little bit more about what's happening visually. And then a new thing that was recently added is the AI Insights. And this is going to give us just summary of what's going on, although you can open it up and see all the details and descriptions, process trees, recommendations, MITRE tactics that were used, and even leave comments. So lots going on in the alert, but really for me, my eyes jump over to the right-hand side. I see this green check mark here, and I'm all set. Blocked the actions, killed the process, did things to take care of me, and I didn't have to do anything, right? So this is all baked in. I didn't have to set anything up. I do have additional options that I can take. Maybe I want to allow it. Maybe I want to get some more information on this particular alert. But the cool tabs for me are sort of these last two, but I'm already going into totally optional stuff, right? We have additional actions that we can take, although the agent has already kind of taken care of things. Maybe I want to quarantine a file, kill a process, disable users, restart the machine, isolate, remote shell, roll it back, RDP, all kinds of tools that we have. And these are all baked in, although I can create my own custom scripts if I want to kick things off, or web API calls. Pretty neat. Now, both the allow and automatic remediation tabs automatically fill and match for me. So all I have to do is tell Cynet what I want to happen. So in the case here, maybe I wanted to add an extra step. This automatic remediation tab allows me to say, hey, next time you see this, could you also restart the machine or isolate it or whatever? Boom, thanks. And it's already pre-matched and pre-filled everything for me. Now, at the end here, I always like to summarize with reporting, because this is how we show value of everything that we're doing. We got many, many different types of reports that I could spend a long time going through, different flavors of things to give you all kinds of information on what's going on in your environments. But I'm going to take you to the executive report, because I think this is my favorite, being one that really makes things easy to digest and understand, because it takes complex technical terms and things and translates it all to colors and numbers to make it easier for someone to understand without having to understand the language or not be in the industry. Now, I hope you found today's demonstration useful. We were going real fast through this, so we definitely skipped over a lot. If you wanted to schedule another more in-depth demo, certainly reach out, and we'd love to have your questions. We'd love to get you behind the product and see what we can offer you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.